Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Monday, September 14, 2015, around 3:42 in the afternoon, Belleville, Massachusetts. Mixing sun and clouds today, highs in the 70s and stuff. Tomorrow's going to be in the 80s. Some news to report. Arnold Schwarzenegger named new host of The Celebrity Apprentice. Referee Earl Hebner is going into the TNA Hall of Fame. And the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL are worth $4 billion due to Forbes magazine. By Forbes magazine. That's a lot of money. That's about it on the news update. And my second video blog of the day is about the brief history of Channel 46 in Norwell, Massachusetts, which they had the call letters wryt and whrc. And this television station was on the air for only close to 3 years in the mid to late 80s. It was an independent station. It had a brief history, but it was very, shaky. And this is how wryt, ryv, and whrc started. It signed on the air on December 6th, 1986 as wryt TV. It was the Boston's newest independent station, and it was licensed to Norwell, Massachusetts, but their offices were in Hanover, Massachusetts. And they had a bare bones facility, a 300-foot tower, 6,000 watts. That was the minimum amount of watts you could have for a television station. And all of the equipment they had was located in a old video store bathroom and stuff like that. It was wasn't that good to have that, so it was very bare bones. And when it signed on the air, it carried a lot of international shows, foreign language shows and stuff. And they also broadcast public domain movies and some syndicated shows and even some professional wrestling like NWA wrestling and I think a few other regional promotions and stuff like that. And wryt wasn't getting too much in the ratings and stuff, and it wasn't getting on cable systems in Massachusetts, just on small ones in like the South Shore area. But that changed in February 1988 when the call letters was changed to whrc, and they moved to a better facility in Brockton, Massachusetts in April of 1988. And they got the Channel 46 got lots of cable coverage in the Boston area, and it went to 925,000 watts. That's the maximum frequency. And they had an antenna, but it was heavier than normal, and it was feared that the antenna could not hold up to ice for winter weather because it's in New England and stuff. And you don't know what winter brings, and they were afraid the ice would build up and the antenna would go right down, go right down and cause the antenna to break and the television station to go off the air indefinitely until they could repair it, which could be until the weather's better. So in November of 1988, whrc had to go off the air for 2 months. And they would have to find a new facility. They had an owner, but he was living in California, so he was an absentee owner, and being off the air for a couple of months, that caused a lot of money for the station to be lost and stuff. Then in January of 1989, whrc came back on the air from a transmitter in Foxborough, Massachusetts, but it wasn't wired for 3-phase powering, and the frequency went down to 500 and 1,000 watts, and the channel was running on 3 diesels transmitters, diesel power and stuff like that. This wasn't Kevin Nash's Big Daddy Cool diesel. It was diesel powered, and you cannot run a television station on diesel power and stuff. It's inadequate and stuff like that. And it would be only a matter of time until all the transmitters running on diesel power would fail. 2 of them failed in the spring of 1989, and with that, Channel 46 could not broadcast in color half the time and stuff. These was the late 1980s. It wasn't the 60s with black and white. The late 1980s, and the station was not in the best financial shape and stuff. And in the summer of 1989, it got worse. The owner of the station, who lived in California, was going through a divorce, and it caused a lot of commotion on the station. The ownership did not pay the syndicators to distribute the shows on Channel 46. Plus, the employees' checks were being bounced and stuff. That's not really good and stuff. But the employees stayed around to continue to work there, hoping somehow a miracle could happen. Then Channel 46 was put on the market, but nobody was going to buy it if they had like a transmitter that was running on diesel power and stuff, plus problems with color and other stuff like that. And it was only a matter of time before the station would go off the air. And in September of 1989, the third and final diesel generated for the transmitter went out during like around 1:15 in the afternoon on a September day, and that caused Channel 46 to go off the air for good and stuff. There were a few employees left in the building. They knew what happened. They left the building. They never returned, and some of them did not get paid for 2 months. So they went to work basically working for nothing and stuff like that. It's probably one of the most saddest stories to run a television station in Boston, Massachusetts, in all of New England and stuff like that. Channel 46 did not have a plan, in my humble opinion and stuff. And with an owner living in California, that's not good, because he would have to come back and forth and stuff, and going through a divorce was very bad. Plus, being on diesel transmitter for running a television station, very inaccurate. It should have went off the air in like November of 1988 and stuff, just to save a lot of commotion and stuff, and having some of the people work in the summer of 1989 for 2 months without a paycheck and stuff. And that's not good, because the economy around that time was going downhill and stuff like that. So it was very, very sad. whrc was off the air for 7 years, but it came back in the fall of 1996. Bought by Paxson Communications that ran infomercials. They briefly had a local newscast for Norwell, Massachusetts, and in the fall of 1998, it changed its code letters to WBXP, the PAX affiliate for Southern New England and stuff. But when the PAX affiliation went to WABU TV 68, they took the call letters WBXP to over there, and then Channel 46 become WWDP, and then they ran infomercials for a while. Then they became the Telemundo affiliate of Boston, and then they now run shopping channel and stuff like that. But they have to be mandated by the FCC. All over-the-air broadcasting companies have to broadcast at least 3 hours of educational stuff a week and stuff to continue the license and stuff. So that's about it on that. And I'll be back with the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about WWE Hall of Famer and former women's champion, the late, great, sensational Sherry. Keep calm, everybody! And I'm a Julie Blood guy. Molly Rosenblatt of Fox 35 rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hot rocks. Amy Swenzy rocks. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! See you later!